Hey everybody, it's Dr. Fitz. I'm here to give you a brief overview of what we're going to be up to next week, which is February 26th through March 2nd. We have spring break for App State after that, so you'll have sort of a couple of weeks to get some things done. So first of all, for those of you that have posted your idea to Flipgrid, given each other feedback, and are working on your annotated bibliography, thank you very much. You're rocking on. I will be looking at your annotated annotations that you submitted on the discussion forum over the weekend and over next week, and get feedback to you as soon as I can. If you have not posted to Flipgrid, please get that done this weekend so that I have an idea of what you're doing for your project, and make sure that you go in and comment on other people's Flipgrids as well. So for next week, you're going to go ahead and continue to work on your annotated bibliography. If you haven't submitted an annotation to the discussion forum, make sure that you do that and respond to one other person's post. And this is to give one another feedback, look and see how different people are writing their annotations, and also we can be more informed on our each other's projects as well. I have an appointment calendar. If you need any help, you want to talk to me about your project idea, you are like, I'm still not getting what's going on here, please make an appointment with me, and I'll be happy to talk with you. Very happy to do that. If you don't see a good time, email me and I'll make time for you. No problem. I want you to start thinking about whether you'd like to do an observation or an interview this semester, and I'd like you to start thinking about where would be, if you're doing an observation, where would be a good place for you to do that observation, and if you're doing an interview, who would be a good person to interview. And the reason is because that I want you to start thinking about that now is so that you can start to get that set up, because that might take you a little bit of time to set it up, write some interview questions, or write some questions that you're going to use to focus your observation. So the brief descriptions of that aspect of this assignment are on the Praxis project description. So go ahead and read that over, think about some ideas, and that way when I ask you to submit a proposal on that, you'll be ready for that. This coming week, you're going to be reading 2 articles that relate to linguistic diversity. The first one is it's teacher focused, and it introduces some pretty basic concepts when it comes to teaching kids who are working through 2 languages. And so if you have already taken a class on second language acquisition, this is probably going to be pretty basic information for you, but do go ahead and look it over. And then the other one, if you haven't, then this is like basic information that everybody needs to know. So go ahead and look it over. It's not a terribly long article. I think it's pretty accessible read. It is a little bit old now, but I still think that the principles that they lay out are pretty solid. The second article is much more like, these are stories, these are narratives from students, young people who came here as immigrant students, and the struggles that they had in classrooms. And I really find this to be a very powerful piece. And it also highlights the purpose of the interview piece that I'd like for y'all to engage in. Well, whether it's an observation or an interview, it kind of shows, this piece shows like why we might want to be collecting these kinds of stories and experiences and get that kind of insight. So I'd like you to read those 2. Neither one of them are very lengthy, so I think you can go ahead and do both of them. And instead of doing a discussion forum this week, I'd just like for you to submit an individual response to those. I'm hoping that that will be actually a little easier on you than waiting for people to post their ideas and such like that. So I have some questions to help prompt you. But for the reading response, you can also, you can develop your own response if you would prefer. But I do have some questions here if that helps you. And in terms of reading response, I'm looking for, 1 to 2 pages, single spaced. And I have not, but I'll put, oh no, I did. I put an assignment link here on our As You Learn page, and you can just submit it there. I put the due date being March 7th. I know that's during spring break, but that way if you need a few extra days to get that done, it's not a big deal. I'm going into a swamp for a few days, but I'll be out by Thursday. Okay, I'm out of time here. That's 6 minutes. That's 1 minute over my time. I hope this has helped, and I will, if you are going to be facilitating the conversations around race, ethnicity, and whiteness that are going to be after break, I'll have those prepped for you this coming week so that you can post your questions and you can let me know if you need any help with that. Okay, way over time. Y'all have a great week and give me some shouts if you need any help.